Universal Audio has just introduced a new line of interfaces called the Volts, and they are super, super killer. Let's take a look at them. Hello everybody, Chris Cline here with Alma Music Center in San Antonio, Texas, and we are going to take a look at a couple of the new Volt interfaces that I have right here in front of me from Universal Audio. We don't have the whole line yet because of COVID shipping issues and chip issues and all kinds of other issues that are happening in the universe to all of us. But we do have a couple of them. We have the Volt 1 and the Volt 176, and we're going to talk about the differences between these two and what you can expect as you move up the line. Now, a while back, Cooper Greenberg and I, we did a series on the Apollo interfaces, and what we did was we did a little quick bang-up recording session so we could listen to how the interface actually sounds, the preamp, and just the tone of the interface itself. We're going to do the same thing today. Now, with the Volt 1 and the Volt 176, we do only have one microphone input per box. Now, the difference between the two, this is the 176 and this is the 1. The 76 is basically telling us that we have the 76 or 1176 plug-in circuit or emulation incorporated into the interface. Now, the 1 doesn't do that, okay? But this does. Now, they both also offer a 610 emulation, which is Universal Audio's legendary tube preamplifier. So both of these boxes, incorporate the 610. So what we're going to do when we record with this one here, we're going to listen to the preamp by itself. We're going to listen to it with the 76 circuit engaged, which has different presets for vocal, instrument, so on and so forth. It changes the attack and the release time, if you will. And we're also going to listen to it with the 610, and then we're going to combine the 76 and the 610 together so we can hear what it sounds like with both of those plugins instantiated. Again, we're not going to record with this one just because it only has a 610. This is going to give us both options, but we're going to record 4 passes. Clean, 76, 610, and 76 and 610 at the same time. Now, both of these boxes offer 5-pin MIDI DIN, which is really convenient, especially if you are a laptop bedroom producer and you have a couple of drum machines or smaller keyboards. Maybe you have some of the Roland Boutique series that you want to incorporate. Maybe you don't have enough USB inputs. Well, you can use 5-pin DIN. You have your monitor output as well. These are powered by USB, USB-C. They can also take a wall wart. Now, you're probably wondering, well, why would you have both options? If you are working with an iPad, for instance, which these will work with an iPad, you probably want to plug into AC using the wall wart so you don't kill the battery on your iPad. Now, on a laptop, you're probably going to be a little safer, especially if your laptop is really, really new. The battery lives on our MacBooks today really can take a hit. You can record for, you can use the battery for a really, really long time, which is going to give you extended recording time. But remember, you will be powering from the laptop's battery if you're not plugged in, which will cause the battery on your laptop to be depleted a little bit faster, but it is going to give you a little more life. The input for the 176, the mic input is on the front, and it's a dual input. It's mic, and it also has a balanced TRS. You also have phantom power for your condenser microphones, and we're going to be using a Warm microphone today, the 47 FET or the 47 Junior. You have your instrument input, which turns it into a line or a high Z input. You have your headphones as well, which is stereo, your volume, and then you have a direct button. Now, you might be wondering what the direct button is going to do, and what this does is when you engage it, it allows you to hear the output of your DAW blended with the input that you have on your Volt, on your interface, the microphone. And the reason you might want to do that is so you don't experience latency when you're recording. Your computer is going to make up for that, right, as you're recording the information in. But if you're doing fast guitar licks or drum licks or whatever, and you have a 15, 20 millisecond delay, that's going to throw you off. So pressing the direct button is going to allow you to hear what's going directly through the box and into your DAW, and then you're going to hear the output of your DAW as well, so you can do overdubs and track. It's a really, really great feature, or you can turn it off and then you're just hearing the output of your DAW. Really, really great box, really sturdy. I like the wood cheeks. I'm a sucker for wooden cheeks. I know that sounds funny, but it always adds just a little more class. As you move up in the volt line, you have a volt 2, which is 2 input with, again, no processing. The 276, which incorporates the 1176 circuit again. And then you have the 476, which gives you more outputs and more inputs. It's a little more of a robust package. And with that, and we don't have them yet. Once we get them in, we'll talk about them. But with the 476, you probably want to use the wall wart all the time because that's a lot of power that it's going to take off of your laptop and or your iPad, or even your desktop. You know, if you have a desktop, you're probably going to be okay just using USB. But with the 476, there's a good chance that you're probably always going to want to use the wall wart because it's going to be a little more power intensive. Really, really great boxes. I'm going to quit talking about them. Let's go ahead and get Cooper in here. Let's get a guitar up. Let's record and listen to all the different circuits and get an idea for how the box feels. All right, so let's give a big thanks to Cooper. Of course, you can see he and Chris on the guitar channel. They're producing so much great content on there. It's a wonderful channel. Just to brag a little bit, there's a reason why that channel just went over 100,000 subscribers. It's a strong channel, lots of really, really good information for guitar players and people that are recording as well. Be sure to check out our accordion channel, our bass channel, our piano channel. Let's keep this conversation moving along. Let's talk about these boxes, what you think they might be good for, what they're lacking in. We want to hear all these different ideas. We want to hear critiques. We want to hear the strong points, your complaints. Of course, Universal Audio is going to see and hear this stuff too, which they're going to take into consideration. Let's just keep the conversation flowing. Let's make sure it's very positive and that we're being good to each other and that we're creating content. Let's do this again. Once again, I'm Chris Cline with Alma Music Center. Oh, and subscribe to us, please, on all of our other channels. Lots of content for you. Let's get back to the end. I'm Chris Cline, Alma Music Center, San Antonio. Be good to each other and keep on creating. See you next time.